What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogreboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1946 movie Make Mine Music. This is one of the anthology movies that Disney released during their wartime era, where the studio was really limited on budgets and stuff, and were creating shorts for the government and stuff because of World War II going on. And this is one of those movies that just has like 10 shorts put together to make a movie, and really they don't have any common themes. Really, the only thing that they do have in common is each short has music in it of some kind, whether it's musical or score or whatever, but the music is really the only thing tying these little segments together and everything. There's nothing in between them or anything. They just, when this one ends, it goes right to the next one and everything. I kind of like that. I know a lot of people don't like these package films. I can understand why they and everything, but I actually really enjoy these movies and everything. But this one has some really good shorts in here. There's one though that's not on the home media release. I've never actually seen it. It's called The Martins and the Coys, which is supposed to be kind of like the Hatfields and McCoys, with two families feuding in the mountains and stuff. I actually really want to see this segment, but it's not on my DVD. So the movie actually opens with Blue Bayou, which is a segment that was originally intended to be in Fantasia, but ended up getting put in here. It's features two egrets flying through the Everglades on a moonlit night, and it's just beautiful animation with beautiful music and everything, and a pretty song playing as it goes on. It's pretty nice little segment, but it doesn't really do, or it doesn't really have a lot of meaning to it or anything. It's entertaining, or it's fun to watch, I guess. Then you got All the Cats Join In, which is a segment that features Benny Goodman and his orchestra as they play their music, as the visuals are drawn to portray the hip cat teens of the 40s being swept away by popular music. And this is a really fun segment and everything. This is a segment that kind of shows when this movie came out and everything, because at the time that it was set during modern times and everything, and getting to see like what this Disney's version of 1940s teens and stuff was. It was really interesting and kind of fun. And then the next one is called Without You. It's just a little segment with a ballad about lost love, and it's a pretty decent one. It's kind of mellow and everything. It kind of slow, but it's not very long, so it doesn't ruin anything. The next one is Casey at the Bat, and this one is one of those that I think is an okay short. It's kind of a popular one. I think it even got a sequel short a few years later. But it's about an arrogant baseball player whose cockiness is his undoing, and it's a nice little short with a good message about not being cocky and stuff like that. So it has its moments, and it actually has like I said, it had a sequel short a few years later called Casey Bats Again, which I've seen that one too, and it's pretty good too. I think it's actually a little bit better if I remember right. Then after that is Two Silhouettes. This segment is two rotoscoped live action dancers with the animated backgrounds and characters, and the dancers are accompanied by a song sung by Dinah Shore, and it's really a nice little segment and everything. It's another one that's not very long, but it's a nice one. It's only like maybe 3 or 4 minutes at the very most. And then you got Peter and the Wolf, which is one of the more popular ones. It's narrated by Sterling Holloway and follows a boy named Peter who is in the forest to hunt the wolf with his animal friends, a bird named Sasha, a duck named Sonia, and a cat named Ivan. And each character is represented by different pieces of specific types of music. Peter has a string quartet, Sasha has the flute, Sonia the oboe, Ivan the clarinet, Grandpa the bassoon, and kettle drums for the hunter's guns, and horns and cymbals for the wolf. And it's a nice little segment and everything. The wolf in here kind of is creepy looking and stuff, and probably would have scared me as a kid, but I actually didn't see this movie till I was well into my 20s. I was like 22 or 23 when I saw this for the very first time, so I don't have a lot of nostalgia for this one or anything, but I did love the segments in here, or this segment, and the Peter and the Wolf one is a lot of fun. And then next is After You're Gone, and this segment features 6 I cannot pronounce the word, but I'm just gonna say living instruments, which is a piano, a bass, a snare, and bass drums, cymbal, and clarinet, who are parading through a musical background. It's kind of like an abstract animation type thing, but it's a lot of fun to watch and everything. It doesn't have a story to it at all, but it's just kind of fun animation to watch and everything. I think they were trying to make it to be trippy and stuff, and it works. And then the next one is probably my favorite one out of all of them, Johnny Fedora and Alice Bluebonnet, which is the story of 2 hats who fell in love in a department store window and get separated, and Johnny Fedora is the male hat, Alice Bluebonnet is the female, and he's devoted himself to finding her again, and they eventually end up finding each other by pure chance, where they're stuck on these horses. It's a really sweet little short and everything. I don't know why, but there's just something about that one that has always stuck out and been one of my favorites. And then you got the big finale, The Whale Who Wanted to Sing at the Met, which is a really good one too, about a opera singing whale named Willie who ends up getting chased down by these hunters and stuff that think that he's ate some opera singers, and they are going after him, trying to kill him. And we get to see a little segment of what it would have been like if he actually did play at the Met and stuff. And it's a nice little short too, and a very depressing short to end the movie on and leave it off on a sad note, which is rare for a Disney movie. But it didn't have a very happy ending for this poor whale and everything. But I love this short too and everything. I actually kind of think it'd be interesting to see a more modern take on this one and actually expand the story of a singing whale. Maybe actually make it where he actually makes it to the Met instead of getting killed or something. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. So all in all, I think Make Mine Music is a really fun movie. It's got a lot of really fun shorts and everything. There's some in here that kind of do feel pointless and like they're kind of just wasting time, but there's more good than there is bad, and I really enjoyed this one. I don't think it's near as bad as some people might say it is, because I know, like I said, a lot of people hate these package films and stuff. I've noticed they never really get talked about. Most people would consider them the bottom of the barrel for Disney, and I don't know that I'd say this is one of the very best or anything. It might be somewhere in the middle, but it definitely would be a lower half of my favorite Disney movies. But I still think it's pretty good and everything, and I always get enjoyment out of it when I watch it. I don't watch it very often, and so whenever I do watch it, I am able to enjoy it. And it's only an hour and 7 minutes long, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. And I think that is probably the only complaint I have, is some of these shorts are just starting to get good when they have to end because they're so short and everything. I kind of wish they could have lasted a little bit longer and everything, but with this being such a short movie in itself, they have to be a certain length to make it work. So but yeah, I think this is a pretty fun movie. It is definitely a product of its time. You don't see package movies like this anymore. I actually wouldn't mind seeing them do that, make a package movie every now and then, but I don't see it happening again. But this movie is pretty fun, so I'd say I'd give Make Mine Music an 8 out of 10. I really enjoy it, and I think it's just fun watching these animated shorts and stuff and everything. As someone who just loves animation in general, I think it's just a fun movie. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Make Mine Music, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.